everybody, welcome you all. In today's class, I will be making a discussion related to new farmers movement in India. What is new farmers movement? You see, during 1980s, that means starting from 1980 onward, a drastic and dramatic change took place related to the farmers movement organized in India. What are those drastic and dramatic changes? You see, before 1980, farmers movement in India was highly influenced by Communist Party, and in farmers movement before 1980, an approach was given emphasis that is called class war approach. For example, in Indian society, there were big landlords and there were landless agricultural workers or even tenants, those who were having land less than 6-7 acres. Obviously, these landlords, they were exploiting the tenants as well as landless agricultural workers. So, obviously, the workers, agricultural workers, they were thinking that the landlords were their enemy. That's the reason they were, means the agricultural workers as well as peasants or farmers, they were thinking the landlord to be their exploiter, and they wanted to end their exploitation by adopting the approach that is called class war approach. But after 1980, the nature of farmers movement in our country experienced significant change. Right now, the class war approach came to an end. Even eliminating the common enemy approach, that also came to an end. Right now, the farmers, they started demanding for higher minimum support price for their agricultural product. They also demanded that subsidies should be given in the matter of purchasing advanced tools and equipment related to agriculture. That's the reason, as in British regime as well as in post-independence India starting from 1947 till 80, what was happening? Obviously, related to farmers movement, class war approach was existing. That's the reason they are called simply farmers movement. But after 80, what happened? This class war approach came to an end. Farmers organization mounted pressure of substantial magnitude upon the state authority in the matter of getting higher and higher subsidy in matter of purchasing technology. While these new dimensions of farmers movement from 1980 till the date are taken into consideration, it's very right on part of our sociologist to say it is new farmers movement. And I will be telling you the fact that new farmers movement in India is based on an ideology that is called India versus Bharat. So the ideological ground on which new farmers movement has been erected in India is called India versus Bharat. I will be telling the things very clearly. Constitutionally, there is no difference between India and Bharat, because in Constitution of India it has been written that India and Bharat both are same. But in new farmers movement, a dichotomy has been made. A dichotomous concept has been used, that is India versus Bharat. India refers to the urban areas of our country and Bharat refers to the rural areas of our country. Though constitutionally it is not correct, I am telling you very clearly. So, this India versus Bharat dichotomy was spearheaded by a person, his name is Sharad Joshi, who was working in United Nations organization, and after his retirement he organized the farmers of Maharashtra and floated an organization that is called Setkari Sangathan. So this Setkari Sangathan basically was organized by Sharat Joshi, and Sharat Joshi floated the conceptual dichotomy, that is India versus Bharat. He says Bharat refers to the rural regions of our country which is growing agriculture, which is engaged in agricultural activities. On the contrary, India refers to urban areas of our country, and urban areas of our country are manufacturing agricultural tools and equipment like power tiller, tractor, and different chemical fertilizer, chemical herbicide, pesticide, and germicide. And the crop of the agriculture, the price of the agricultural crop is lower, but the price of the agricultural tools and equipment is higher. So in urban area, agricultural tools and equipment like power tiller and tractor is manufactured, its price is higher. In rural India, agricultural crops are grown and the price of the crop is lower. So in this way, the ruralites, those who are engaged in agricultural activities, they are selling their crops at a lower price, but they are purchasing the product of the urban areas, that is India, at a higher price. So in this way, India is exploiting Bharat. Though constitutionally it is not correct. You see, in this way, Sharat Joshi says that on 15th August 1947, we attained independence. After attainment of independence, the external colonialism ended in India, but the internal colonialism that could not be ended, it continued, because what happened? Urban areas of our country, they sold their product, that is power tiller and tractor, at higher price, and rural areas of our country, that is Bharat, sold its product at a lower price. So in this way, Bharat was exploited by India. So what happened? Right now, Sharat Joshi organized around 2 lakh farmers in Nasik region of Maharashtra under the banner of Setkari Sangathan. And on 10th November 1980, these farmers under the banner of Setkari Sangathan organized a protest. They organized a protest and they blocked the roadways and railways there in Nasik region, and they demanded that the price of the agricultural crops, they basically put demand for hiking the price of 2 things. First is onion, second is sugarcane. They demanded that price of the onion and sugarcane be hiked so that the producer, the agriculturist, will get the direct benefit out of it. In this way, on 10th November 1980, in Nasik region, the new farmers was organized first time in our country under the leadership of Sharat Joshi. Its equivalent movement was also organized in Uttar Pradesh, in Muzaffarnagar district particularly, in 1986, under the leadership of another leader. His name is Mahinder Singh Tikait. Mahinder Singh Tikait, a middle school educated farmer and leader, he organized the lakhs of villagers there in Muzaffarnagar districts of Uttar Pradesh. He demanded that farmers, they have been selling out their product at a lower price, but they have been purchasing the product of urban areas, that is power tiller and tractor, at higher price. Apart from that, farmers are also using electricity for agricultural activities. So he demanded that the electricity that is used for agricultural activities, that should be charged nominally by the government. So right now, organizing lakhs of villagers there in Muzaffarnagar districts of Uttar Pradesh, he issued a notice to the then Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh. The then Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, was instructed by Mahinder Singh Tikat, the leader of Jat Khar Panchayat, who was organizing that protest in 1986, that the chief minister need to come to appear before the peasant council in person, and the chief minister of Uttar Pradesh should accept all the demand. What are the demands? First thing is that electricity used for agricultural activities should be charged nominally. Then agricultural loans taken by the farmers should be waived out. Apart from that, farmers are using fertilizer, chemical fertilizer, pesticide and herbicide. Government should give substantial subsidy for fertilizer, for chemical pesticide, herbicide, germicide. Apart from that, farmers are using advanced technology like power tiller and tractor. So, in matter of purchasing advanced technology like power tiller and tractor, substantial subsidy should be given to the farmers. So, in this way, whether it is in Nasik region or it is in Uttar Pradesh region, in both the places, after 1980, the farmers, they demanded that subsidy should be given to them. Minimum support price for their crops should be fixed by the government. Agricultural loans should be waived out. And in this way, better development to farmer community will take place. So, new farmers movement is different from farmers movement in the sense that in farmers movement before 1980, class war approach was adopted. Farmers were thinking the landlords to be their exploiter, the state to be their exploiter. Right now, farmers did not think somebody as their enemy, rather they wanted to get more and more profit out of agriculture. They demanded, they mount pressure upon the government to give them subsidy in the matter of purchasing advanced technology. This is all about farmers movement, new farmers movement in India. Rest of the things related to new farmers movement will be discussed in my next class. Thank you a lot.